Oh man, if you're holding Luna or UST, do not, I repeat, do not get caught out by this sneaky change to the Luna go forward proposal. We've just had a new update to the proposal which changes the layout of things and what it means for you if you're holding these tokens. So make sure you watch till the very end, hit up the like button, don't forget to subscribe as always. If you like my perspective, consider checking out the course member live streams, ijaz.uk/member. Now I want to get straight into this because we heard yesterday that Kwon's proposal, the one he first shared with everybody, which we went through on this channel, was on the preliminary vote getting 90% rejected. Okay, now sneakily that goes up for vote today, but we've seen some change to the wording done by Kwon in his proposal, and it comes from this. There's some new alliance that has been built, right? Literally, this is a new Twitter account, a new group that has formed called the Terra Builder Alliance, and they've posted this tweet thread which we're going to go through and we're going to find out what are the things they have changed in this proposal at the last hour. Literally, this goes for a vote in a couple of hours, and they know that many people will not take the time to read it, nor will they be able to understand it, and this is the concern. So I'm bringing this video to break it down for you guys, so if you have an interest in Luna, if you have an interest in UST, you understand exactly what is going on. So the Terra Builder Alliance is excited to finally share a united proposal for the vision of new Terra 2.0. This united proposal has only been possible through a superhuman effort from everyone involved. Okay, and I'm going to go through it, but let's see what the headlines are. The number of stakeholders involved in formatting this proposal has been immense. Our goals for this proposal: ensure builders are appropriately incentivized, retain as many lunatics, bring as many new lunatics into the network. And we're going to cover this off. Now, they said the key stakeholders who are involved in drafting this proposal: the builder ecosystem, so the dApp developers, the validators, the infrastructure teams, market makers, VCs, of course. Other various important stakeholders have voiced their support for this plan. Now, he's then gone and, well, this group has then gone and listed all the platforms which have backed and supported this plan. So Nebula Protocol, right? Prism Protocol. I'll just show you the accounts. You can see these are the official accounts. Nexus Protocol, Stata Labs, right? All the big protocols you would expect. Leap Terra, Valkyrie. I keep going. Aperture. You've also got TerraSwap, right? So they're all on here as having supported this, and he keeps going. He then says Stablecoin has updated his current proposal with the same language. So Kwon is in on this, and maybe they're now saying, okay, we understand that Kwon is getting a lot of hate right now. Let's rotate and say this is not our idea. This is not Kwon's idea. This is the Terra Builder Alliance's idea, right? This is not Kwon's idea, but in fact, let's go straight into the proposal, which again, this goes up for vote in a few hours. It's really important we understand this. And all this has done is they've tweaked a few of the things here. So if I go through, just make sure we've not missed anything. They've covered this off, okay? So this is all the same as what Kwon was saying. This is Terra's DAO hacker moment. And then he's going to say he wants to fork into Loon C and Luna. Yes, we've understood this. They then changed this verbiage to not essential developers, but developer mining program. Okay, we're going to come on to why that's important and why they've done that. There are essential apps that must exist, and then he's listed all these apps. And bear in mind, these are the same ones we just saw, right? TerraSwap, Falcon was on that list on that tweet thread, right? All the ones, Stata, we saw, Prism, we saw. These were all the ones, Nexus, we saw, that was supporting it, and then Kwon's retweeting that these guys are supporting the protocol. Of course they're going to support Terra 2.0. Of course they are, and I'm going to come on to why, because you're giving them an unfair advantage in here. So let's come back down. So you imagine if you're these dApp developers. You've been building a project on Luna for many years, right? And you've been building this, and you're now suddenly, after this Luna crash, literally you have no runway. Your project is going to go bankrupt. And so suddenly Kwon rings you and say, oh, we're going to fork over to Luna 2.0 and we're going to give you preferential terms. Of course you're going to tweet that you support Luna 2.0, right? Now, I argue if they had any integrity, they wouldn't. They'd face the pain, the short-term pain, to go and set themselves up somewhere else, whether it's Avalanche, whether it's set themselves up on Phantom, whether they go set themselves up even on Polygon, if they set themselves up on VeChain, right, layer 1. There's so many incentives out there for them to go and build on other networks, and people are welcoming them with grants and with help to integrate. But let's carry on. So remember we had this. This has now changed. This is the critical thing. They've now said 10%, 10% of the total drop is now going to be allocated to these developers. 0.5% emergency allocation, 1.5% for developer alignment, and now 8% for this new developer mining program. Essential app developers can earn a share of the mining program proceeds pro rata to the amount of TVL every quarter. So straight away, 10% of this new chain is going to be given to these developers. And if you go down, you can then see they've removed the wording here which said 1 billion coins. I don't know if that was a mistake or if that's, again, another cheeky little trick. You got to be careful. Once you vote this stuff through, it gets voted through. And I can't see here where it says total fixed supply to be 1 billion tokens. So therefore, where is that? Right? It's not being written here. So we need to keep an eye on that. Okay. Then we want to go down and see, okay, so 25% is going to be given to the community. That's what they said. Then they want to give 35% to the pre-attack Luna holders. This is the important bit. If you are holding Luna pre-attack and you have less than 1 million Luna, which the majority of you are going to fall into this category, you're holding it pre-attack, you believed in Luna, you invested in Luna, you are going to have to wait 1 year, okay, to get your split of this 35% pot, and then it's going to come to you over a 2-year period. So you have to hold that bag for a good 1 year right now. Okay, very important. Now, for wallets with greater than 1 million, 1 year, and then a 4-year vesting. Most of you will not fall into there. Now, for anybody who is holding UST, okay, you're going to get the 10% allocation. Now, 500k whale cap covers up to 99% of all holders, but only 26.72 of a UST. 15% unlocked at Genesis. Very important. Okay, so they will get it unlocked straight away, and then the remaining 85% over 2 years. If you've been holding Luna, you get nothing at Genesis. Okay, you get nothing at Genesis. And initially, they weren't going to give any UST holders anything. Now they're going to give them 15%. But again, this is not enough, right? UST holders want cash. That's the whole point behind this. They want cold, hard cash, because when you invest in a stable coin, you don't expect that stable coin to go anywhere, right? So you don't want tokens of a future project. You want cold, raw cash. If you put 100 grand in it, you want as much of that 100 grand back as possible. And I'm not sure if 15%, 15% allocation of this 10% is going to quite do it for them, right? Then you get the post-attack Luna holders. This is where, it just falls down for me. It just does not make sense. The post-attack Luna holders get 10% allocation. Now, the argument is, these people who are buying post-attack were trying to defend Luna by buying Luna and buying UST, right? Therefore, we should reward them. So the post-Luna holders get 10% and the post-UST holders get 20%. But here's the interesting thing. They will get 15% unlocked at Genesis. So when the new fork is launched, which, by the way, they're hoping they'll do that by the 27th of this month, which is another 9 days, right? 9 days or so, you will get your 15% unlocked straight away. So if you bought after the attack up to now, you can even buy today, right? You're going to get 15% unlocked at Genesis. So all this is doing is incentivizing people who want to scalp, who want to arbitrage, who want to take this Genesis and pump the price right now of Luna and UST. Right? It's not actually rewarding the people. It looks like you're almost getting punished for believing in Luna long term. So if you really cared about the lunatics and the people who really were with you for many years, the people who held their coins and believed in the project, that's these people here, right? Why are you not taking care of these people? Why are they waiting a year to then have a 2-year vesting thereafter? So very interesting. And again, this is getting loads of hate on Twitter, right? You can see the hashtag burn Luna is trending. Everybody is saying they just want to burn. They just want to burn Luna. They don't want to fork. Fork doesn't create any value. Now let's carry on to see what else was said here. The Terra Builder Alliance says, we know the last week has been very painful for anyone who was and still is part of the Terra community. Our hearts and minds are with you. The builders still feel that there is tremendous good left to do in this space. Proposal will be put up for governance vote in the next few hours. Guys, this is going up for vote in the next few hours, and it's critical because the reality is right now, I don't know how you're feeling about this, but if I was a huge Luna holder, which I'm not a huge Luna holder, so I don't particularly have a horse in the race, so to speak. I've lost a little bit of Luna, but I keep everything sensible in my portfolio, so it doesn't really bother me. What's happening here is it's almost like a Ponzi on a Ponzi, right? It's like Inception. What he's doing is the definition of a Ponzi. And he's taking the victims from the previous Luna scandal, Luna 1.0, and he's saying, I'm going to make you whole again in Luna 2.0. But then all the new people who buy into Luna 2.0 become the next victims of the Ponzi. So he's actually got a Ponzi within a Ponzi. Guys, are you following that? This is like Inception. Insane. And for me, I think fundamental from top to bottom, this is not done in the best interest. And one, you've got the trust issue, from Do Kwon. Anything the Do Kwon's going to back, people are just going to steer clear of anyway. Then you've got this whole thing of these certain dApp developers now coming out, and it literally feels like everything is being built here for the dApp developers. Do Kwon and the guys do not want to annoy or lose the dApp developers, and therefore the dApp developers know that. They've created this alliance, and they want to get what's right for them, which is 10%, 8% in the developer mining program, and they couldn't care less about those who are making whole again people in Luna or UST. That's an afterthought, right? Let alone bringing new lunatics to the community. How do you grow an ongoing project with such baggage? That's the biggest thing for me. So much baggage, so much going on. Guys, if you're part of the governance on Terra, you can go into the Agora forum and you can vote on that. So feel free to go ahead and do that. I personally will not be backing any Terra 2.0. I don't believe it's the right way to go. I don't think forking creates any value. And I think to rectify this is to get the peg right and to burn Luna, or you just give up on everything. To try and move this across to try create a layer 1 solution. You're just creating a layer 1 solution, layer 1 smart contracts platform just to protect your dApp developers, just to protect your friends, maybe some of your VC friends who you promised to make it whole again. This is not a noble mission like you had before. If we were to believe you that you were trying to go and solve the issue of decentralized money, like how can anybody back you with the mission statement, which we know is you just want to make people whole again from your friends? Doesn't work for me, doesn't sit right with me. Hope you guys stay safe out there in your investments. Hopefully this has taught everybody a painful lesson that we have to stay diversified in our portfolios. And guys, this is something I've been preaching for a long time in bull markets, when the market's doing really well, when Bitcoin is at 69,000 and the world and all of crypto Twitter is saying Bitcoin is going to 100K. I will continue to say diversify your portfolio, right? Because when times are hard, this is what reminds you that Bitcoin dominance goes up and you go to the most stable asset. And the most stable asset in the crypto space for us continues to be Bitcoin. We haven't got that decoupling where projects have split from Bitcoin and they can run on their own just yet. That is why it's critical that we hold that anchor in our portfolio and we never overlook it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe if you appreciate this type of content. Make sure you check out the course member live streams, ijaz.uk/member, where you can learn technical analysis. You can learn how to allocate your portfolio in these difficult times to make sure you've got the right portfolio allocations ready for you to run up in the next bull run. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash up the like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.